Hello, I'm Pastor Dave, and these are our Advent devotions for December 16th. The shepherds at those tidings rejoiced much in mind, and left their flocks a feeding in tempest, storm, and wind, and went to Bethlehem straightway, the Son of God to find. Now, we want to get into the strict biblical sense, I have to say. In the Bible, we don't have an account of tempests and winds and storms at night. In many ways, it's like the images we have of the Nativity with snow all around, and I go, well, it doesn't really snow in the Middle East, although it does happen. I've seen it. But here, it's more poetic, and it's here for a reason. Now, I gotta put a caveat on this. I was never a farmer. I've never engaged in animal husbandry. However, I do know that raising animals is serious because animals need care. My experience is more with pets, but I know with livestock they need fed and they need cared for. And this comes in many ways. I know those amongst you with chicken houses, I know you have alarms if something goes wrong and you need to attend those chickens. For those who milk cows, their life is surrounded by the milking schedule. Many of our pets are on a schedule themselves. Ask my dog and his requirement for a 2-mile walk in the morning. Minimum 2-mile walk. Here we have the shepherds with sheep. And from what I know of sheep is they need help. They are not the smartest animals. They need guidance on a regular basis. Moreover, if we want to look at the shepherds themselves, we have to keep in mind that these shepherds were not the owners of their flocks. They were placed in charge of the flocks, but those sheep were owned by someone else. They were responsible to the owner of the flock to care for those animals. To the point, we get the imagery of the shepherds laying down their life for the sheep. Thinking about that necessity, how important it was to keep those animals safe, the shepherds left the flocks. They abandoned the flock to find Christ. And that's something really special. It's really unique. I mean, completely leave the animals to fend for themselves, not in a barn, not in a pen, but out in the fields where dangers were around. In many ways, that's that poetic tempest, storm, and wind. The hostile world was all around. They could easily snatch up animals, snatch up lambs. They could fall in a ditch. They could do one of who knows how many things to harm themselves, of which the shepherds would be liable. Yet, they left the sheep to find Christ. And it really highlights how important it was to find the Messiah, how important it was to find Christ, that they were willing to let the flock fail to find the promised Messiah. It's almost a biblical way of saying, come hell or high water. But it also begs us the question, what would you abandon to seek the Messiah? What is so important in this world, in your life, that it pales in comparison to Christ? This is our devotion for today. I hope to see you tomorrow.